And welcome back to The Watchman, only right here on TBN. Well, if you were an ancient traveler on your approach to the city of Jerusalem, it's a good bet that you probably stopped at the tomb of the prophet Samuel. Now, it lies just west of the city of Jerusalem and is called Nebi Samuel in Hebrew. It also has one of the most incredible views of Jerusalem that you will see anywhere. We visited there recently with a group of our Kufi donors, and our good friend Elliot Chodoff gave us some of the history of this fascinating site.
This hill was commonly referred to by Christian pilgrims as the Hill of Joy. And that's really why there was a church built here. By the way, the church is Crusader, 12th century. And the reason for that is that this is the spot from which they saw Jerusalem for the first time. Jerusalem, of course, is a reflection of many things for us. It's a reflection of destruction for Jews. We talked the other day about breaking a glass in a wedding, things like that. If I forget the O Jerusalem. It's also a symbol of our redemption.
Let me remind you very quickly 5 things that I find in the Bible that tells us why we as Christians are supposed to support Israel. Number 1, as you know, Genesis chapter 12 says, "Those who bless you, I will bless. Those who curse you, I will curse." Curse is an interesting word there. It can literally mean to disregard. God will disregard you. I don't like that thought. People, your neighbor, a friend may disregard you, but you do not want God disregarding your life. But the one I like is this: I will bless you. The word bless means to bow under the open hand of God. Whenever we bless Israel, we are literally bowing, and God's open hand is extended over your life. That's the picture of what he's saying, Barak. So Genesis 12 is we bless Israel. Then we find in the Bible where it says in Psalms that you and I, 122, we are to pray for Israel. Pray for Jerusalem. There will be peace. There's prosperity that comes with that. And then the Bible goes on to tell us in the book of Isaiah chapter 40 to comfort Israel. Comfort Israel, comfort her, my people. Then the Bible says in Isaiah 62 that we are to speak for Israel. For Zion's sake, I will be silent no more. And then we find in the book of Romans chapter 15 where it says that we are to be giving to Israel because we have received of Israel's blessing, the Word, our Messiah. We are obligated to bring and to give back to her in a financial, very tangible mean. We have a 5-fold mandate as believers as to what we are supposed to be doing in response, not just sitting back and going, well, I hope it works out. Listen to Psalm 122. Here's what this second Psalm of Ascent is. I rejoice with those who said to me, let us go to the house of the Lord. I tell my church, the Bible says, hot dog, it's church time. But anyway, he's saying, let us go to the house of the Lord. Our feet are standing in your gates, O Jerusalem. Jerusalem is built like a city that is closely compacted together. Isn't it amazing that the entire world is looking at this piece of real estate right here? The entire world has interest in what happens right there. It literally makes the news every single night. We're here. That is where the tribes go up. The tribes of the Lord to praise the name of the Lord according to the statute given to Israel. There the thrones for judgment stand, the thrones for the house of David. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you be secure. May there be peace within your walls and security within your citadels. For the sake of my brothers and friends, I will say, peace be within you. For the sake of the house of the Lord our God, I will seek your prosperity. This was one of the Psalms that they would sing and pray and speak as they moved towards Jerusalem. Again, Psalm 121 through Psalm 134. If I'm not mistaken, there are 15 Psalms of Ascent because there was 15 steps going up in the tabernacle. And so as you move forward, almost as if you are ascending as a priest into the tabernacle, we are moving towards the presence of God, and they would celebrate by these Psalms going forward. It's powerful to understand that we're standing here looking just as those first-time pilgrims coming in looking, and the hope that they had when they always heard there was a city, God's name written on that city. They were moving there. We are blessed to stand here and look at it again and understand that this word comes alive during these times. And when we read them right here, we understand better what they experienced, what the word was saying, and what we're going to experience on the other side.
Man, what a time we had at Nebi Samuel, the tomb of the prophet Samuel. Kind of a hidden gem, I would say, just outside of Jerusalem. An amazing place. Well, speaking of Jerusalem, coming up after the break, my final thoughts on the battle over God's holy city and what is to come. That's coming up after the break. Stick around.